Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Randomizer Nuzlocke. We're here after clearing out the Weather Institute last episode. We got ourselves our cast form as our reward, which was not actually a cast form, it was a victory bell, I believe. The team is still the same as before. I kind of like this team. It has grown on me. It definitely has its weaknesses. Mainly Steel-type Pokemon, honestly, is one that comes to mind, but we have our weaknesses. That's fine, though. Today, we go ahead and make our way to Fortree City's gym. Is there a goodie down here? Like, there's normally a Pokeball down here, but it does not appear so. First of all, though, rival battle. I did nearly forget about that. Lord, gosh, where have you been hiding? I've been looking all over for you. Oh, why did you get that thing on your wrist? You mean my Mega Bracelet that lets my Diancie Mega Evolve? Sorry, I mean, yeah, it's just a cool bracelet. It's a pretty fancy-looking bracelet. Wow, so that's a Mega Bracelet, and you can use it for Mega Evolution. Guess now you can keep getting even closer to your Pokemon, huh? No, it's for strength. I will get no closer to my Pokemon, but they will become more powerful. Some guys have all the luck. But I'm not about to lose to you and some accessory. Does she not have a Mega? I guess she doesn't have a Mega Bracelet at this point. Or a Mega Ring, or Mega anything, actually. This is kind of unfair, but I probably won't use my Mega anyway. We'll see. Let's see who's best in battle. Are your Pokemon all ready? Of course they are. Let's go. My Pokemon are ready, I think. I think I healed up at the end of everything last time. We're about to find out either way. Hot Sonya, holding that name throughout with her Lairon. That should be fine. Her not having a Mega makes me feel way too overconfident. We are leading with Clink, which is actually very, very good because, to be honest, it's holding the Amulet Coin, which makes me want to keep it as a lead, just so we can get money. I feel like I can probably Charge Beam this. I don't think Lairon gets any Ground-type moves other than, like, Mud Slap. So I don't think we're going to get hit by any Earthquakes or anything, so I think we should be fine. Special defense should be terrible. Okay, its special defense isn't that low, I guess. I thought we would hit a little bit harder. I'm still going to Charge Beam, though, because actually we got hit for baby damage, and getting a special attack boost would be kind of nice. There's a special attack boost. That's nice. I like that. Iron Head also resisted. That's fine. We resist both stabs, so even if it does have a ground type move other than Mud Slap, maybe it has like a base 50 power move or something that I don't remember, but either way, Lairon goes down. We are fine. Goodbye, Lairon. Can we use the special attack buff for anything? Cofagrigus? Probably not. I'd rather just go to Boltrude and Night Daze it, because I think that's how we dealt with the last one that came out, and it worked fine. So I would rather just go ahead and stick to strategies that we already have that are working than change things up. While I bonked this Cofagrigus, I am a little bit excited about one thing, and that is there was some news dropped yesterday about Elden Ring Night Rain. For anyone that did not see, a bunch of streamers got to talk about like the network test that they went to. I heard the perspectives of Iron Pineapple, Lobos Jr., and Ouroboros, 3 Souls streamers slash YouTubers that went to Bandai Namco's studio somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it was. And they got to play the Elden Ring Night Rain game early and give some, you know, spoilers in a way, I guess. They got to give some spoilers about the game, which it's a game that I don't personally feel spoilers matter for, but I understand that for some people it will matter a lot. So obviously, you know, if you don't want to hear anything at all, just skip forward like a couple minutes. But they went ahead, they played Elden Ring Night Rain a little bit. They talked about some of the things in it. They talked about some of the bosses. They talked about the fact that it is, you know, very solidly a free player game, which has me a little bit concerned, but we'll see. Please give me Fly on my Hawlucha. But they also gave a release date, most importantly, which is the part that I'm really excited for. They have, in fact, said that the release date is going to be May 30th for Elden Ring Night Rain, so I'm very excited for that. I will definitely be playing Elden Ring Night Rain the second it comes out. Despite some of my concerns about the free player thing, because I do ultimately prefer Souls-likes as a solo experience. I think that's what makes it the most fun and the most challenging. So the idea of not being able to play it solo does concern me a little bit. But yeah, the release date is May 30th. I am excited regardless. I am going to head in here so that we can go ahead and get our Hidden Power TM, which is from one of you two. I don't remember who. You should be right, left. Is it still the same in this game? Right, left. Okay, it's the same as in Emerald. Good. TM10 Hyper Beam. Do I care about Hyper Beam in the slightest? Probably not. I will speak to the other woman just in case she also gives a TM, actually. I'm just a powerless old woman, but I can tell you the type of hidden power your Pokemon would have if you'd like. That's not super important because we got Hyper Beams. That doesn't matter too much. But yeah, a lot of info dropped on Elden Ring Night Rain, so I would highly advise anyone that is excited for it and doesn't care about spoilers to go ahead and look at some of the people that have talked about it. They showed some footage given by, you know, Bandai Namco / FromSoft themselves, rather than, you know, people recording their own stuff and showing their own stuff off. Instead, they were just sort of given footage to talk about, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I will stop there, though, because if not, I will keep rambling for ages. We do have a Route 120 encounter to go ahead and grab, so let's focus back in. We're going to put our Leafeon in front because it has Spore, and let's see what we can get for our Route 120 encounter. Our encounter is going to be in the tall grass, and it is a... This never happens. This never happens. This never happens. Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. I can use... Yes! Finally! I feel like I hardly get to use Luxio and Luxray anymore. My favorite Pokemon to use, and I hardly get to use them because, to be honest, I do a lot of Nuzlockes, and that kind of restricts the Pokemon that I can use. I do want to use Pokemon that I don't normally use. This might be an exception to that, though. This is a Pokemon I don't get to often use nowadays. So although I am using it in Elite Redux right now, so we'll see. We'll see. It's a Pokemon that I will strongly consider putting onto the team, though. We will check nature, and we will see. But at the moment, I would love to go ahead and put a Luxio on the team. I really would. This is a cat. This I will just call Bobo. This is actually just my cat. This one's gonna be nice and simple. That's just actually gonna be named after my cat. I know we already have some very similar names to that, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. We're gonna roll with it. But that is doubled up on the Luxios. That makes me incredibly happy. I really hope we have a good nature. We will have to see. We will have to see. But now, though, I'm gonna focus on making sure that we can get through Fortree Gym today is my aim. I want to get through Fortree Gym. We also have a Kecleon here, which is also an encounter. So we're gonna keep Leafeon in front while Steven talks about things. Plop, so we meet again. How has it been? Have you been using the Mega Bracelet wisely? I suppose I needn't even ask, though. Not when it comes to you and your team. I wonder. Have you noticed, There's something here you can't see. Nope, not a clue. Now, if I were to use this device on the invisible obstacle... No, rather than describing it, I should just show you. That should be more entertaining. What? Are you and your Pokemon ready for battle? Yeah, I think so. Good. In that case, I want you to take this. Try it on. I'm sure it will fit you. It's like a monocle? Oh, that is not... that has a full-on VR index strapped to my face. That is not a monocle. That is... That's a hefty machine. Oh, hi, Kecleon. A previously invisible Pokemon became visible to the naked eye. Startled Pokemon attacked, which is an encounter. This is a static encounter, and our encounter is going to be... Cinccino. Did we already get a Minccino? I feel like we did. But regardless, this is static. This is... I could re-encounter this, because there is more Kecleons, so I could re-encounter this very easily by going and encountering a different Kecleon. I just don't know if Kecleons are randomized individually, or if all of the Kecleons are now Cinccinos. I don't know. I can probably fire off an Energy Ball here. I don't think it'll KO, not from a special attacking Leafeon, right? That's kind of baby damage. We get hit by Sing, we get some taste of our own medicine. I mean, we were the ones that put them to sleep first. That's fine. I'm curious if it will go for a multi-hit move and show me if it is skill link, because that will determine whether I bonk this thing or not. There's Tail Slap. Hit me 5 times. Do it. Hit me 5 times. It does not have skill link. That is unfortunate. This could actually be scary if it does hit 5 times with any crits, actually. 3 times. Okay. I'm gonna... I really don't want to swap. I really don't. Because I would love to put it back to sleep. I don't want to use a hyper potion here, but I do want to put it back to sleep, which means I do want to wake up. I should have used my full restore. That way I would have been awake. That was very dumb. I should not have used my hyper potion. We get tickled. That's fine. That's not fine. That's not fine. That's not fine. That drops our defense. That is not fine. I'm not risking Leafeon to try and catch this. We're just going to swap in Boyds. We can go for a Glare. We can get it paralyzed. Glare will have to do. I do feel like I've slightly wasted a hyper potion, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We Glare. Helping Hand. You Helping Hand nothing. You stupid Cinccino. I'm annoyed that you tickled my Leafeon. What a strange sentence that is out of context. I'm so angry that that Pokemon tickled my Pokemon. How dare it? How dare it disrupt my plans with tickling? Such a stupid sentence outside of Pokemon. We do throw Ultra Ball, and we do get it caught. Okay, nice. Nice. I did look up the catch rate in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, by the way. Catching Pokemon was just straight up made easier in Gen 5. I looked up, like, how hard it is to catch something. I think it was the Ho-Oh. I looked up the catch rates. In Gen, like, 3 and 4, it would have been, like, a 2.8% chance per Ultra Ball or something. Whereas in ORAS, it's, like, an 8.9% capture rate with an Ultra Ball where Ho-Oh was. So I don't know why ORAS is just such an easier game to catch Pokemon in, but whatever. I'm not complaining. We need a name beginning with B. This is Brat. This is Brat. That's what this is. This is just Brat. Doesn't have skill link. Can't imagine I'm going to end up using it for anything. It's probably going to stay in the box, but we'll see. Just as I expected. That's called a Devinscope. It's a fantastic piece of tech that lets you see Pokemon in hiding. Consider it a gift from me. Take it. Oh, well, thank you. Don't mind if I do. I will take it, and I will go and grab that item just behind you. I can see it. It's taunting me. And one more thing. Ooh! I have a Sceptile. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. Actually valuable. That's nice. This stone ranks as one of my top 5 favorite stones in existence. I have no doubt that your Pokemon will like it too. You know, Glorp, I like to see trainers and Pokemon who are trying their best. That's why I like you so much. It seemed as though something just gone for a moment in your bag. I'm sure I sensed the power of some kind of stone. A meteorite? No, it couldn't be. Let's meet again someday. I do in fact have a meteorite. I do. That is something that I do have on me. But we won't tell him that. It's fine. Isn't there a Kecleon in front of this? No, it's just been moved or something? Oh, we can just run down here and get ourselves a heart scale, which is kind of nice, actually, for, move relearning, right? Oh, there is... Okay, so there is a Kecleon. It's just right here. I'm going to Devinscope it. Does it always battle? And is it always going to be a Cinccino? It does attack. Is it a Cinccino? It's a Mudkip. So it's not duplicate. I already caught the Cinccino. I am, in fact, going to give up on this Mudkip. I feel like I might be making a mistake, but I feel like we have a Minccino. If we have a Minccino already, I've kind of goofed and thrown away a potential Mega Swampert for a second non-skill link Cinccino, which... That would suck. that would suck. There's no way to sugarcoat that. That would just be unfortunate. But also... I'm using Lumineon. It's fine. We have a water type right now, but do I already have a Minccino? I feel like I do. I did, in fact, already have a Minccino. So this is a dupe, and I could have taken a Mudkip instead. Happens. It happens. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I made the decision at the end of the day that I would go ahead and take the Cinccino. I did, in fact, take that decision. I wasn't sure if all the Kecleons would become Cinccinos. The only way that I would have allowed it would have been, you know, if Kecleons became other things, and, well, they did, but oh well. Oh well. In hindsight, I should have went and checked the Pokemon Center before I went and, encountered the other Kecleon. That would have been smart. That would have been smart. But alas, it is what it is. I'm not too bothered. It's fine. I do want to grab that TM. Please give me a strong TM because the last one was Hyper Beam and I'm not going to use that. Psychic is good. Psychic's very good. Okay, yeah, that's really good. That's a very, very strong TM. I will take that. We also need to put Fly onto Hawlucha, realistically. It's the only one that really utilizes it well. We could also put it on something like Leafeon if we wanted to be funny with it, but I think removing Aerial Ace is fine. It does mean we don't have an 100% accurate flying move. It does mean that, which is a shame, but it's okay. It's okay. 95% accuracy? There's no way we'd miss a 95% accuracy move at a critical moment, guys. That wouldn't happen. Diancie can't learn Psychic. Oh. I kind of assumed it would be able to, like, psychically lift rocks and use some kind of psychic powers, but I guess not. That's fine. Fortree City Gym, though. Let's go ahead and start making our way through. Yo, how's it going, champ to be Glorp? Fortree Gym leader Winona is a master of flying-type Pokemon, but she's not. She's not a master of flying-type Pokemon. Okay, this is kind of different. This is kind of different. This is going to be a different layout I'm used to. I actually don't remember this puzzle at all, or if it's any different in the slightest. Kalia we can cross-poison, because it's fairy in this gen. The Leafeon will be fine, despite its kind of terrible special defense. I still feel like it will be fine to get rid of this Kalia. And I should put Clink back in front. It is not a Clink. It is a Clang. Sorry. Clang. It evolved. It did evolve, and I am not acknowledging that. I keep calling it Clink. I genuinely... Somehow, even though the name is so simple, it's Clink, Clang, and then Cling Clang, somehow I forget the middle. The middle's name sometimes. Even though it's literally in the last name. But yeah, we should be fine. Just Gear Grind, Togepi. Goodbye Fairies. I think we've worked out at this point that, you know, gyms are not type-themed in the slightest. So we shouldn't be worrying too much about it all being fairy types. But I would not complain if it was all fairy types, because at the end of the day, I want to lead with Voids so that we can get Amulet Coin money. That is the large reason of why I want Clang in front. So... see how much money we can get. Trappage. Do not arena trap me in after I said that. Do not do this to me. Just let me go to Hawlucha. Okay. I'm going to click Gear Grind here. This might be a mistake. I don't know if this is enough damage to KO a Trapinch. Trapinch just does not have high stats, other than its attack stat. However, it has a really high attack stat. So if this Gear Grind does not KO, of which, you know, we did have to use both hits to KO a Togepi, which was super effective, so I'm not confident. If we don't KO this Trapinch, we might get Earthquake and we might just die in one hit. So Fissure might be the right play and just taking a 30% chance, but I'm clicking Gear Grind because I don't want to risk it. I thought we missed Gear Grind for a second there. Okay, that was a little bit close. The first one did 50%, so if we low rolled the second one, it could have been bad, but we do thankfully KO the Trapinch. We do not get Arena Trapped today. All that for 500 extra Poke-Yen, basically. Which is tough. That was scary. Honestly, what I might do... that scared me enough. I am not going to be using Unburden. I'm just going to put the Amulet Coin onto our good... do I have multiple? I have multiple. I am going to just go ahead and put 2 Amulet Coins on things. We were using berries for a while on... We could also put a Magnet or something on, I guess, if we wanted to. We could actually optimize this a little bit better so that we don't have 2 Amulet Coins. We don't really need an Amulet Coin on the thing that we're leading with. I have a Metal Coat. We'll just put a Metal Coat on. That's fine. That's way more effective. But yeah, we're not really utilizing Unburden at the moment anyway, so why not just go ahead and slap an Amulet Coin on it? It doesn't make us slower. We're not using Acrobatics. There's no downside as such. We're just not getting our ability proc, which is okay. Ninjask, I don't remember if this gets any flying moves. Maybe Aerial Ace? Either way, we have a rock type. We'll just go to our rock type. It's fine. There's no reason not to swap. I don't need to risk an Aerial Ace just to try and use Fly and potentially miss it or something. Screech does not work because we have Clear Body, you fool. We are in fact completely nice and clear. We click Smackdown and we should be fine. Should I have clicked Ancient Power? Maybe. The boost could have been funny, but also it's fine. 4 times super effective rock type move. Let's not think about it too hard. Goodbye, Ninjask. Thank you very much. Please, trainer, hand over your money now. And Aerodactyl. I could stay in. However, I want Bubblicious to get some XP. This could be Mega Aerodactyl, actually. This could be kind of scary. But I want to go for a Choice Spec Surf. It is normal Aerodactyl, not Mega. Okay, I'm a lot more confident then, but we can just go for a Surf. I don't feel as afraid in that case. We outsped? I assume it was going for like Whirlwind or Roar or something negative priority. It must have been. But yeah, after this battle, after we claim our money, let's get into Question of the Day. And Question of the Day is going to be a Battle Royale. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Alright, we're here on the Random Pokemon Generator. It's been a while since we've done one of these for Question of the Day, but I am going to generate 6 Pokemon, and we're going to try and see who would come out on top in a Battle Royale between all of these Pokemon, and I want you to pick who you think would win in the Battle Royale. I'm probably going to roll this a couple times, because I want to make sure that we can get a decent fight going with a couple of good contenders, and I want to hear some people's strategies, plans, some people's thoughts on how the battle would go. This is quite a variation of typings. This has some potential to go a lot of different ways. A lot of these Pokemon are neutral on each other. Poor Shiinotic does not win. Poor Shiinotic does not win. I don't think Pinsir wins. The other 4 all have some competition between them. I won't say it's impossible for Pinsir to win. I would say it's pretty impossible for Shiinotic to win. Although, Shiinotic's pretty bulky, and it does have a good nature here being modest, whereas poor Ampharos is adamant. There's some arguments made. Negative speed nature Ambipom. It's probably still the fastest thing on this field, though, so it probably doesn't matter, actually. It's probably helpful. Yeah, I think this probably works for Question of the Day. Who wins between Pinsir, Rotom Fan, Ambipom, Ampharos, Flareon, and Shiinotic? That is an assortment of Pokemon for sure. Funnily enough, I've actually clicked through quite a few of these, and as it turns out, a lot of times the water type just wins. I've had a lot of water types versus a lot of rock types and a lot of fire types in my randomizations, so we will go with this. Alright, now how do I think that would go is a question. If I had to pick a winner out of those, I would have initially gut reactioned Ampharos just because of wide AoE discharge, and I would have thought that that would be very, very good in a Battle Royale type of setting. I feel like a big AoE discharge would do a ton of damage and would be huge. However, that Adamant nature does have a pretty big impact on the special attack of an Ampharos. Adamant nature Ampharos kinda sucks. I mean, it won't do no damage, but like, will it be enough to deal with Shiinotic just setting up Ingrain in the corner? I don't know. I don't think so. Also, would all of the other Pokemon be able to see it as a threat? Do they know the mission of take down the AoE first? Would it just immediately get Flare Blitzed by Flareon? Probably not. Probably not. I imagine Flareon probably Flare Blitzes something, right? Flareon's probably going to go down to Recoil. I might give it to Rotom Fan. I feel like Rotom Fan flinches everything with Air Slash other than Ampharos. Ampharos would resist that and be fine. Who is learning Bounce? Do I want Bounce or Fly? Fly is actually stronger than Bounce in this gen. Bounce sucks. That damage is terrible. We do not want Bounce. But yeah, I feel like Rotom Fan has a very, very, very good opportunity to win. Pinsir can learn Earthquake, I think. Maybe not by level up, but it can learn it. So that is something to consider. I don't know if I want to make it so that they can only use level up moves. Just imagine that these... go with your own discretion. You can give them whatever moves and whatever scenario you want. These can be like competitive Pokemon Showdown sets if you want in your mind. Or we could go with, you know, the level up move sets and they're just level 100 or something. That is entirely up to you. I am afraid of Conkelda countering me. I don't even know if this thing gets counter. I kind of want a Hone Claws and then Flying Press to try and go for a big one-shot. Does it get counter? The only Pokemon that I know from Gen 5 that absolutely gets counter is Sork. However, if Conkelda got it, I wouldn't be surprised. I can't remember a scenario where I've been countered by a Conkelda. I've been smackdowned by a Conkelda before on my flying types and been like, oh my god, that rock type move. And Stone Edged, but I don't think I've ever been countered, so I think I'm just gonna go for the Flying Press. This might be my first big, huge mistake. Let's see, I'm Flying Pressing. Don't counter me. It's going second, obviously, because it's a Conkelda. Does not KO. Chip away, that's fine, as long as it's not counter. That damage was a little bit ouchy, but that is absolutely fine. Another Flying Press does KO. Hopefully we don't miss. We don't. We are good. Okay, we take down the Conkelda. There was no counter. I don't know if that means it doesn't have it ever, or if that just means that that one in particular did not click the move. Either way, didn't happen. I'm going to pretend that it's out of sight, out of mind. And with that, I think we are pretty much ready for Gym Leader. So I guess I'm going to quickly make sure that we are all healed up. Do I have any weaker potions? I do have some super potions. Go ahead and use those. Seems like I had a normal potion. That would have probably been smarter. Let's go ahead and see what Winona is rocking. She's embracing the wind. I am Winona. I am the leader of the 4-tree Pokemon Gym. Does she need a voice? No. I don't think we ever speak to her again. I don't know if we really need to give her a voice. That is one thing that I do really like about the Gen 5 games. I like the fact that the gym leaders are relevant again, other than like this quick moment where they go, hey, I use this type. Bye. I do like the fact that they come back and are relevant in the storyline. Because it is a shame that so many of these gym leaders are just thrown to the side. Like Brawly, he's just a surfer dude. You'll never see him again. He's just trapped in there, you know? There might be some post-game stuff you can do with them if you go to, like, battle towers and stuff, but I don't ever do any of that, so I don't know it. I'm just going to swap to Leafeon because I don't want to get hit by any, like, play-rough huge power shenanigans from this Marill. I respect Pika Blue, okay? I do. I respect this little blue Pika. He will, in fact, one-shot a Pokemon if you give him any kind of leeway. So I am not going to do that. Cross Poison or Energy Ball? I actually think Cross Poison is probably stronger. Just because it's physical. They're both super effective, so we one-shot either way. I don't need to worry about whether it was or wasn't the correct response, because we one-shot, so it's fine. Kadabra. I'm gonna go to our Psychic type counter, which is, Voids. We do not have great Pokemon for Psychic types. I feel like I said Steel types at the very start of this episode for a typing that we weren't particularly great against. To be honest, Psychic types are scarier for us than Steel types. Steel types, we at least have Hawlucha. Psychic types, we don't have any good way to deal with. I mean, we have an Assault-vested Noivern with Night Days. That's okay. That's okay. We have a resistance to Psychic with Clank Bang. Our team isn't terrible. Holy, okay, that was a crit. That makes sense. That did so much damage. I was like, did he just set up a Reflect for no reason? Barboach wants to come in. Is Barboach? I'm just energy balling it. I don't remember if Barboach is part ground at that point or not. I think it is. I think it's water ground as a Barboach, not just as a Whiscash. So we could have maybe went to Luminion and surfed in the rain, but hopefully we can surf whatever comes out next. This poor Barboach stands no chance. Or unevolved Pokemon. These poor, not fully evolved Pokemon at this point. And Shuckle, which, to be honest, I will go and surf. Unfortunately, the rain just ran out, but it's fine. It's a Shuckle. As long as it can't, you know, power trick rollout or anything, we are fine. Level 35 Shuckle. We surf. We obviously outspeed. It's a Shuckle. He has a tough time moving quickly. Shell Smash. We probably still outspeed. This does nothing. This is a nothing burger of a turn. I don't feel the slightest bit of fear from a Shell Smashed Shuckle. Yeah. pretty easy victory. Pretty easy victory. Sorry for it being not very intense. Hopefully we'll have some intense battles as we move forwards. That one, not the most intense though. That one was kind of a breeze. I recognize your talent and present you with this gym badge. Well, thank you. I'm going to shove it into my pocket and never reveal it ever again. Pokemon up to level 70, even those received through trades will obey your every command. That's fine. You can use Fly. And we also get Shell Smash. Wait, that's actually appropriate. Wait, she actually had a Shell Smash Pokemon and then gave a Shell Smash. Also, anyone can learn Shell Smash. Well, not anyone, as in like everyone, but there's a chance for any one of my Pokemon to be able to learn that. Shell Smash Luminion. Would be pretty funny, actually. That would be pretty funny. Shell Smash Noivern, unironically, could be crazy. That could be very strong. Shell Smash Clink. Sorry, Clang. Could also be interesting. I was kind of hoping Diancie would be able to get it. Out of all of the Pokemon there, I was really hoping Diancie would be able to get it. Because can you imagine, like, staying in for one turn in the defensive stance, setting up the Shell Smash, and then Mega Evolving and going crazy? That would have been the best Pokemon to be able to learn it. I'm actually a little bit upset that Diancie was not the Pokemon that could learn it there. That would have been such a good Pokemon to be able to get Shell Smash. But it is what it is. It's fine. Regardless, we did go ahead and get ourselves our victory today against our 6th gym leader. Next episode, we start making our way towards Mount Pyre and Lily Cove City. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,